Bonjour à tous, nous sommes toujours à Madrid avec nous Peter, le chef produit de chez ASICS. Salut Peter.
Hey,
Bon Peter, I know you are very tired. Huh? Since
yeah,
2 days you
it's
talk,
okay.
you speak.
It's okay. It's okay.
But I think the best for the last. For the
Yes,
last one,
yes,
huh?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
We will speak today about the shoes
Yeah,
and to talk about history.
yeah,
Can you tell us step by step maybe how you create these shoes?
yeah. So it starts with insights from athletes. So one of the things we do is we talk to, for example, Coquinetto, but also other players that play on the professional tour, but also people like here today that like to play padel, and we ask them what they like and what they don't like. So we make it a little bit. We look for things to make it better. That's where it all starts, and then we make some prototypes. We test, we prototype, we test, and then the shoe over 2 years takes roughly 2 years in total. We have a new shoe for the market.
Alors, new shoe for the market, but in the same time, is it really a new shoes? Because we know the first one,
Yeah,
we know the second one,
yeah,
and that is the last one.
yeah. The third
Okay,
one, yeah,
what is the difference between the editions?
yeah. So good. This is a good question actually. One of the things we changed from version 2 to version 3 is that version 2 had a TPU upper, so it's like a rubber material, which is really durable, so it lasts a really long time. But it's a little bit restricting in movement, and it's very warm. It doesn't breathe so much. So we made this engineered mesh. This is an open structure that breathes a lot. And because we engineered it and we made it a bit stronger, it's as durable as the previous version. But that's one of the main things we changed. And another thing is this the speed thrust. I'm sorry. This is a piece of technology that is under the foot and helps you to propel forward. The previous version was more on dynamic movement.
We can see here flight foam.
Yeah,
Flight foam is FF.
yeah.
Um, what is it? Where is what is the most important difference between the two and the last one? Because I know the last one,
Yeah,
and uh, and the last one was good.
yeah.
Is it a little bit lighter?
Yes, it's much lighter actually.
Much
So
lighter,
one
yeah.
of the things we've done is we've reduced the foam a little bit, but we also changed the outsole. So you can see that there's big cut out in the outsole because rubber, the material on the outside, is quite heavy. So the less rubber you have, the lighter the shoe gets. But if you take a lot of rubber, you might slip. So it's a little bit of a balance, finding the right balance between rubber and like negative space to reduce the weight a little bit.
How how many days, weeks we can use and practice with these shoes?
It depends a little bit on how you use
Yeah.
them. But good to know is that every shoe we test for 250 hours with every level players before we bring it to the market. So this shoe, we have test models that have been tested for 250 hours. So you can calculate a little bit how much that is. If you play once a week, it's a very long time. But if you play 5 times a week, it will still last you at least a year.
We can see here something. I don't know if we can see that in your screen, but it's very specific
Yeah.
of the shoes. Why do you have that?
Yeah, let me explain it. So there's a couple technologies on the outsole that are very specific for padel because we have a lot of knowledge about different sports and we can apply them in different ways. But what we've done for padel specifically, so this outsole is really made for padel, is this pivot point that helps you to turn when you play with the wall. So we know from research that roughly 60% of all balls will hit the wall and be returned. Depends a little bit on what you prefer, men, women, but roughly 60%. So that motion in the front of the foot playing with the wall is happening a lot. Then in padel, because the court is not so big as, for example, a tennis court, we have this X groove, and that allows for quick and dynamic movement. So you want to make a quick sidestep for a volley, or you want to make the ball through the wall. It all helps you with that X groove to be really dynamic and fast. And then you can see that this has this like zigzag pattern, this herringbone pattern. You can see it here as well. That is made
like a chevron system.
yeah, and that is made for the right grip because there's sometimes sand in it. So if you have like a flat outsole and it has the sand between, you might slip. So we want to make sure that the sand can go in between, but you still have enough rubber to get the grip on the court.
Um, I like to play tennis too.
Yeah,
Is it possible to play with on clay with
You-
this type of shoes, or we need to change because it's not possible?
It is possible, but it is better to have a clay tennis shoe. A clay tennis shoe is more like
It's
this
more like
at
that,
the
yes.
bottom, yeah, and that is because a clay surface is like sand basically. And what happens if you play on clay, the holes in here will fill up with the clay, and then you basically get a flat surface, and then you slip more easy. So it's a bit safer and less injuries if you use a real tennis shoe. But you could do it. You can
Okay,
have a better shoe. Yeah.
we have two types of courts
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
We have courts with silicium, you know,
Yeah.
with silicium, with
The rubber.
you have courts with beach, you know,
Scent?
with cells.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, thank you.
No worries.
And you have courts without salt.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I take these shoes, it's for which type of court?
So this is mainly developed for the new generation
New
courts
generation,
without
so
the salt.
without salt.
Yeah, but we know that even on the pro tour, sometimes they still throw sand on the courts. For example, in South America, it's more common. So that's why you still see that this herringbone pattern is still there, because even if there's a little bit of sand, the shoe will perform really well. But this outsole is really made for the new generation of courts with less sand.
We can say it's like an hybrid
Yeah.
shoes,
Yeah.
but it's more for the new one, for the
Exactly.
new
A
generation.
little, yeah. So it's like 60% new courts, 40% old courts. If you're looking at courts with have a little bit more sand, the solution Swift is another model in the range that has a more herringbone pattern. So then, if you have a lot of sand in your courts, maybe that's a better model. You have a little bit more grip.
Peter, I think we are very complete
Good,
today.
good.
Thank you very much for your help,
No
and
worries.
see you soon on the court.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.